sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. We are here. Episode 258. I.O.W. Sports. Your boy Wildcard Mar. Detroit Mail.
What
We
up,
in the
though?
building. How you doing, bro?
Doing good, man. Got my Hawaiian shirt on, you know what I'm saying?
I know
Feeling a little tropical out here in these streets.
Oh, you feel? I already know what the hell this show is headed with this fool. He said he feeling real tropic, y'all.
Tropical out there. All you hoes out there who want to lick some tropics.
Ladies and gentlemen, I don't apologize in just to let you know that
trying to shoot my shot, nigga. Back up.
I ain't mad that you gonna shoot your shot.
You know what I'm saying?
Ain't nothing wrong with you shooting your shot, homie.
Yeah, let's get comfortable up in this month.
Hey man, anyway.
Y'all know my Magnum PI on.
Hey, your old ass. Hey, that reference is too old for majority of a lot of people.
It don't matter, nigga. Google. You ain't too old. You ain't too young to Google.
Bruh, a lot of them people ain't even gonna get that reference, but y'all know what it is, man. Go down to the bottom of your screen, and that's where you can look at all the social media platforms where you can find us. I.O.W. Sports 1 on Twitter, I.O.W. Sports Network on Facebook, Instagram, and of course, the YouTube channel. What's up, MJ? Jersey Boy MJ. Hey, make sure y'all tap in with all the content we got. All right. Obviously, Detroit Mail has the No Name Podcast for your Detroit Lions fans.
Right.
I'm going to be heading back up the Wildcard Chief for you Kansas City Chiefs fans right before training camp. I'm going to get that rebooted. Of course, the I.O.W. Sports Show Monday and Thursdays. And then, being Jersey Boy MJ Late Night Hour Show Monday through Thursday. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday, 11 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And of course, the Monday and Thursday shows, 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Now, y'all got to understand this. We do be running on CP time. So those times are tentative. They kind of give you a
just
gauge.
A suggestion.
Yeah. A suggestion. That's the best way to put it. I like that. That's why. See, hey, that's why we I.O.W. But no, we pride ourselves in barbershop talk, sports analysis.
Right.
Are we experts? Probably not. But we've been watching sports for a long time, majority of our lives.
Right.
And we're going to give y'all a direct, take on how we see things. Without the bull, without the fluff of the ESPN and the FS1.
Right.
To them, but they got agendas and they big companies with a lot of financing to try to gear people to think a certain way.
Right. That's right.
That ain't us. We independent. So that's what
independent. IND and the rest of them letters.
Yeah. Just tell us you forgot how to spell it without telling us you forgot how to spell it.
It's not my job to educate you on spelling.
First of all, Boosie told you how to. Boosie and Webby told you how to spell it, dog.
Don't mean nothing. I still forgot.
Come on, dog. Boosie and Webby told us how to spell it, dog. Come on, you can't mess it up. Hey, but you know what?
Cricket letter. How I go?
Humpback.
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 I need something like that. I help me remember how to spell it.
Boys, I want to. Obviously, I want to get your take because I like the way your brain works.
All right,
big bro. So, me and MJ last night were talking, having conversations about, obviously, on the 4th of July, there's the night this hot dog eating contest.
Right.
And we were having a conversation last night because I've been seeing this conversation on social media all over the place. 2 things.
Yeah.
Do you consider this eating competition what they do and the whole grand scheme of it? You know, they travel around the world and go to places, eat certain things, and get sponsorships and all that.
Right.
So, would you consider it a sport? That's number one.
Mm-hmm.
And the dominance of Joey Chestnut doing this eating competition joint, he could be a eating competition goat. All right.
All right.
Now, how would you compare his goatness to the baseball goat, the football goat, basketball goat, soccer goat, so on and so forth? Just kind of give me a breakdown on that whole conversation, and then, you know, once you wrap it up, I'll kind of reiterate what I said last night, and we'll keep the show flowing. So kind of just, you know, give me your analysis or your take on those two questions I just asked you.
All right, I'm gonna roll this video in honor of that though.
Oh, okay. Oh, we got video.
Okay.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1, let's go! 2020 Nathan's famous hot dog eating champion of the world! From Tucson, ranked number 9 in the world! I give you Michelle, and let's go!
Yeah, I could have done without old boy chewing and slobbing at the end, but
that I ended with the mukbang, you know, because that's like, to me, that's the other extreme of it. It was mukbang. So I rolled the video for, you know, kind of lead into what I'm gonna say about it, because so Joey Chestnut and all of them belong to the MLE, you know, the Major League Eating Association. So, you know, they established their own association. You guys can go to the website and you'll see the rankings from 1 to 50, and you'll see the different contests. They not only that you can join in and enter, you can actually see, like, you know, like where they ranked, and like the video first showed, that was a tamale eating contest, and one of the people who actually is in the Nathan hot dog eating contest was in the tamale eating contest. And I think she holds the record for eating the most tamales. So, you know, I'll have, if I want to be consistent with my NASCAR take, I'll have to say, no, it's not a sport.
Oh, I see what you did.
But
no, don't butt me, motherfucker. Nah. Hold up. We gotta back this up a little bit, because me and Mel had this conversation about NASCAR, about it being a sport. I said it was because you're training your body to
crash.
Well, I mean, you are a crash dummy. I ain't even gonna lie. You are a crash dummy in NASCAR. I don't care what. You're a professional crash dummy, right? But no, I say it's a sport is because it does take a lot of concentration.
It takes skill.
It does take it takes a skill, and to me that warrants it to be a sport, because there's some type of, you know, hey, for us who sitting, you know, regular drivers on a regular basis, we don't see going, you know, 500 miles in a sweat box of a hot ass car. You know, you're literally putting your life on the line to drive NASCAR, and you know, it's for me, you know, it takes skill to, you know, deal with the G-forces of the track when you're going up and down, going at 200 plus miles per hour. You know, I mean, I'm talking about you're flying And hey, just the smallest of margins can make your car go, flip and turn into a bad situation. So
Right.
I think that takes skill. So that's why I consider it a sport. And you didn't, not so much. I get it.
But here's the definition. It says an activity involving physical exertion and skill in which an individual or team competes against another or others for entertainment. So
NASCAR fits that definition.
Does NASCAR fix that?
Hell yeah.
I guess it's a sport
based on skill,
the competition involving physical exertion and skill in which an individual or team competes against another or others for entertainment. So I guess if you look at it from the basic definition, it's a sport.
Anytime you can die, that's physical exertion.
Anytime you can die, physical exertion.
I'm just saying, is it not?
That case, fucking is a sport.
I've always considered it a sport.
I'm just saying.
I mean, it's an exercise.
It's an exercise, physical exertion. You know what I'm saying? Some skill involved.
Oh yeah, there's definitely some skill involved.
And you definitely competing. It's the next nigga that hit it. So it's a sport.
And you are competing. You trying to make sure you're the last joke in the head.
And nigga make you say this. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just saying, it's a sport. He ain't hit it like this though, did he? You know what I'm saying? It's a sport. You gonna
I tried to tell y'all.
We're gonna have to start the NFL, National Fucking League. Get your jerseys ready.
Hey, man, have you seen them videos where homie they handle the sex session like a press conference? Like, yeah, man.
Yeah.
Shorty tried to kill me today, man, and I wasn't quite living up to standards, so I understand why the crowd booed me.
It is a sport.
I can't.
Now, going to the point about it, is he the GOAT? I mean, I could say yeah, because here's my thing. You can't, because I kind of listened to what you and Matt was saying last night, and this is the part I disagree with.
Okay.
Because y'all was saying, well, I can't remember who said it, so I'm gonna say y'all, but I heard someone say in the conversation that they invoked it, LeBron, they invoked it, other players when they started talking about is Chestnut in that category. But why, when we comparing Chestnut in his sport, are we provoking players outside of his sport? But when we talk about LeBron and Jordan, we want to compare them to NBA players. We're not saying, well, is Jordan like Herschel Walker? Is Jordan like Lawrence Taylor? We don't go there. But now we're talking about Joey Chestnut. We want to compare him to LeBron. We want to compare him to whatever GOAT you want to call it, either sport. I think you have to still keep him within his category, within his particular sport, and compare him. How is he compared to Kobayashi?
Oh, I heard what you said. You said compare him to what he does in his sport. So you said
right.
Okay.
So I mean, if you look at it from that standpoint, Kobayashi was the biggest name until he came along.
True that.
So how does he compare to Kobayashi?
Well, right now he's making Kobayashi look silly.
Right.
Yeah.
So I say he has to be the GOAT until somebody take him. I mean, even if somebody take him down, he's still this is 16 straight
in a row.
Yeah. So until somebody beat him, somebody still got to do 16 in a row to consider it on his level.
You know what's crazy, Mel? Mm-hmm. It's not just the 16 mustard championships that he has. Obviously, right. Nathan's famous hot dog is the famous eating competition that there is. Mm-hmm. Or I should say this, the easiest
that we know
competition of. that most casual viewers know of. Mm-hmm. All right.
Right.
For those who don't actually follow the eating competition or the major league eating competition league. Mm-hmm. So Nathan's hot dog is pretty much their Super Bowl.
Right.
And that's cool. We understand that. And he's dominated there. All right. There's no issue. But for him, he's dominated everywhere. This dude got like almost about 50 plus like championships of eating 50 different things. I didn't see
this motherfucker famous for sticking stuff down his throat.
Bro.
I'm just saying.
But I didn't see him. He was the taco eating king. He was the Taco Bell taco eating king.
Damn, Taco Bell
He
too.
was the fish taco eating king.
Damn.
Yeah. So that boy loves some tacos. I mean, I love tacos too, but
Tacos good. Now. I don't know if I can eat as much as he can, but tacos good.
man, I can't even remember all the types of things that he is literally at the top at in this eating competition world. So when it comes to the eating competition, I'm right there with you. He's the GOAT of that world, that realm. Now, when you start comparing them to other GOATs of a basketball GOAT, an NBA GOAT, whoever you want to claim out there, for me, it's Jordan. I can't compare him to Jordan. I can't compare
I'm looking
him.
at the website now, bro.
I can't compare him to. Yeah. Oh, you looking at the website now? Yeah.
So the crawfish eating champion is a Sonia Thomas. When it comes to burritos, she is 16.5 pounds of crawfish. Yeah. Burritos is 15 burritos by Eric Badlands Booker. Chestnut owns the egg eating contest. He owns the asparagus eating contest with 12 pounds of asparagus.
This piss stank.
Yeah, it's 12 pounds, boy. You really stink.
Yeah, people stink.
Eric Badlands got the matzo ball eating contest.
Hey, real quick. I want to put this out there because I talked about it last night. Because you said Eric Badlands and we're talking Joey Chestnut, and this is why I consider it a sport. Because look at how Eric Badlands is built, and look how Joey Chestnut is built.
Right.
Like Eric Badlands is just a big motor scooter.
He built like a condominium.
That boy built like a U-Haul truck.
Joey Chestnut is a tiny home. This motherfucker is built like a condominium. The whole apartment complex.
And I know we having jokes, and if somebody's going to report us and be mad, it's so be it, whatever. That's the point.
That shit true. Look how big that motherfucker is.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like we're not trying to be funny. We just stating out and pointing out the obvious. Eric Badlands is a big dude, and not he's just big. He's just a big, massive man of man.
Right. Now
Joey Chestnut. And me not, no homo shit. This dude is got a nice chiseled body.
Yeah,
he works it out. And that's why I consider it a sport, because when you see how he has revolutionized the eating competition, instead of just being a big ass motherfucker, he's actually training his body, doing certain, workout regiments to stretch his body, to make his body take on a big, massive load of food.
Right.
So that's why I would consider it. When you start adding that physical exertion, that part of the definition to what Joey Chestnut does, I kind of have to consider.
Okay, now take that what you just said, because you're getting ready to talk about how it's compared to Jordan, all that stuff. You still have to say he's the GOAT, and you can still say he's up there, because you still had to take what Jordan did. Cause when you comparing Jordan, you're comparing Jordan with his baseball accomplishment.
Oh no.
You're not comparing Jordan with his football accomplishment. He ain't play, but I'm just saying you comparing him with his NBA basketball accomplishment. So if you look what he accomplished in his particular sport,
okay,
and you talking about how chiseled Chestnut is and how he goes about, methodically, getting ready for his competition. Didn't Jordan do that? Did Kobe do that? You gotta be a GOAT.
Okay.
You gotta be a GOAT.
You convinced me. I mean, when you put it like that and you break it down like that, where you're literally taking the best, the GOAT at each whatever category it is: basketball, football, baseball, hockey, soccer, eating competition. You got to be GOATs of that selective sport. There has to be. There's going to be a GOAT of each category of that sport. Joey Chestnut is the GOAT of his category. So, yeah.
Right, and then as you go through the website, man, you see this thing several times on here, bro.
Several times.
Yeah,
go ahead. Continue rattling off some of the things that he's
he got the Crystal Hamburger.
I saw that one.
103. He has
103.
He had 103 Crystal Hamburgers, bro.
Damn.
He has chicken wing contest, long form. I don't know what long form means.
I don't know what that means.
I don't think I want to know. He had 182 chicken wings.
Damn.
Man, that's a lot of chicken wings, bro. He also holds the record for the most ribbed. 13 pounds of ribs. 13.76 pounds of ribs in 12 minutes. You ate that many ribs. Yes, in 12 minutes, bro. 13 pounds of ribs. Meat pies. 23 pounds, 6 ounces of meat pies in 10 minutes. The man is on, corned beef sandwiches, bro. 28-ounce corned beef sandwiches in 10 minutes.
That's wild,
bro. So yeah, he holds a lot of records, man. And last one I go for get off of here is 390 shrimp wontons in 8 minutes.
Jeez.
A man putting it away, bro. He's putting it away.
Not only is he eating a lot, but he's doing this in like a short amount of time.
Right.
Like, there's no way I can even do a quarter of that in 10 minutes. No way.
No way in hell I gotta do that, bro.
Yo, on some real shit, I'm kind of really looking at Joey Chestnut, but like, yo, bro, you are like, this is some freak shit. Like, who does this?
Real, man.
Like, he is literally pretty much cornering and shutting the whole eating competition market down just for himself.
Right.
Like, he's monopolizing the whole eating competition.
Yeah.
He is literally the one all be all to do. This is impressive. I don't care what nobody say.
Man, you gotta give him his props, bro. You gotta give him his props for what he's doing. And like I say, put it this way, Kobayashi, I think you'll say, kind of put it on the map. Kobayashi was winning. People started paying attention to it. But I think Joey Chestnut took it to another level.
Mm-hmm.
So now you're looking at like, oh shoot, there's other. I knew they existed, but I kind of see them in movies and memes and stuff like that. I really didn't look at it, as far as like the contest. Now I'm like, oh shoot, I might start watching just out of curiosity. Let me see what else he's in, because now you following the name. He's like how Tony Hawk, like I wasn't really into skateboard like that, but when Tony Hawk came around, it was kind of like, oh, let me kind of look at X Games, things of that nature. So, you got to give him his props for that. And that, to me, that's a mark of a GOAT. How do you affect the particular sport you in? How you bring eyes that normally don't come to your sport to your sport. You can talk outside of non-NBA fans, and 95% or more of them know who Michael Jordan is, know who LeBron James is, Kobe. Those names affect the sport. Baseball, people knew who Derek Jeter was, who didn't watch baseball. And I'm not saying he's a GOAT, but the name carried weight. Big time. So things of that nature, how they affect the sport starts the conversation of whether or not you're a GOAT. Then you start breaking down other stuff. Yeah. So yeah, man, I enjoy it, man. I actually enjoy watching him. I can't watch him dip that shit in water. That just be looking like, like, oh.
Hey, me and MJ said that last night. I said, boy, I don't know about you, boy. Soggy buns is a turn on for me, bro.
Soggy buns only good on the broad.
and I barely like that.
Yeah, I'm barely liking that. After I nut, go wash your ass.
Hey, soggy buns, it'll ruin the night, bro.
I can't do it, bro.
Hey, man, give Joey Chestnut his props, his due. Man, damn it, Detroit, man, it made me tell this man to go, and I can't refute it because I'm like, damn, that's a good ass point. I'm like, I was like, shit. It's like, guess I can't really debate that one. So yeah, let's keep this show moving. But no, shout out to Joey Chestnut. Hey, all the competitive eaters.
Oh yeah, all of them.
Because whether you built like Eric Badlands or built like Joey Chestnut, your everyday person can't do that.
I'm surprised how the females do. It be so small, and it's not no. I'm on no gender thing. I mean, on no gender discrimination thing.
but they just feel so
I'm just
small.
like some of them be small. I mean, think about it. When you think about people eating a lot,
Kobayashi was small.
Whether we male or female,
Yeah,
you think about big people.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying. Then you seen Kobayashi do it. It's like, oh, okay.
Yeah,
but then you see some of these females go out there. They be tiny, petite, and they just be like, how y'all putting that junk down?
Yeah, they had ain't nothing wrong with a glizzy goat.
Hey, shoot, I don't know about that.
Ain't nothing wrong with a glizzy goat.
Like I said, to liqueur, they got an unfair advantage.
Hey, yes, they do. I was about to debate it, but then I was like, nah, they do.
They taught a young age. Just relax your throat.
Oh my gosh. But no, let's move on because hey, speaking of great people,
glizzy goat.
I'll say this.
Go ahead.
I like Dame. I think Dame Lillard is probably one of the best NBA players in the league right now.
Okay.
Here's my problem. When you don't have a no trade clause, and you've been loyal to this franchise for so long, now you're at your wit's end. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. You're at your wit's end. You're saying that this ain't the route you want to go. They re-signed Jeremy Grant, gave him crazy money, gave him $160 million, I believe.
Right.
You go get Scoot Henderson, third overall pick. So they're trying, all right?
Right.
Which they tried before. They paired you with LaMarcus Aldridge. He didn't want to be there no much longer. He goes to San Antonio. They tried to pair you with CJ McCollum and Nurkic. They couldn't stay healthy for the most part of the time. Paired you with Anthony Simons and Jeremy Grant last year. You was missing time, so was Anthony.
Right.
For every reason, somebody of some of importance at some point in time is about to be injured on the Portland team, or whether it's Dame or other guys. And none of it ever has came to a full congeal or full situation where they can flourish, being 100% team. It's just the nature of the beast. That's just what happened in Portland.
Right.
Okay. So now you went out. I got no issue with you wanting out because guess what? The NBA's been allowing it, in guidelines of the CBA. What's up, Jay Jones?
What's up, Jay?
And now, but you got no say so when you go.
Yeah.
And he says it's only Miami or bust. Oh, excuse me,
sir.
Maybe you should have thought about that and put that in that contract with that no trade clause, but you ain't got one.
Yeah, you always try to protect it. You always one thing is like this. You go into these things always looking from a business standpoint. You can't come in as, I just love to play the game. That be part of your who you are. Yeah. But when it comes to negotiating anything, it's always a business.
You got no leverage.
If you can't do it yourself, you pay somebody that can do it for you. Because you gotta protect yourself at all costs. Because I don't care how good you are, as soon as they feel they don't need you anymore, they will drop you, move on, find a way to get rid of you, find a way to, stop paying you, whatever it is. You always protect. It's a business first.
You know what's funny? Portland's asking price for Dame has been so astronomical that I don't know if I don't see him getting moved.
No, and they probably asking that just
out of spite.
Out of spite, yeah. If somebody dumb enough to give it to them, they'll take it, but they'll probably
there's always still a dumb.
Yeah, right, for real. But they ain't expecting to get it. They just asking for it just for the fact they want to be, spiteful. Well, here's my thing with Portland on the business side, on their side. If you don't think you got enough to win, you
hold
move
on.
him.
Yeah.
You use him to get what you can, either to build now. You know what I'm saying? Like, okay, this is gonna be a future build. We can get assets now to
And
kind
for
of
the future.
build for our future.
Yeah, because
That's how you gotta look at
can
it.
get a good player and some picks for Dame.
Right.
Easy.
It's no way. It's like being in a relationship. If one person is unhappy and disgruntled, it's not gonna be a good relationship.
No, it's pretty much done.
You know what I'm saying? So you got him unhappy and disgruntled. We're gonna keep him. Okay, but then he's not gonna play to the potential that you want him to play because he's unhappy, don't want to be there. And then the more you show disrespect him, the more he's gonna be unhappy and don't want to play.
True, and I agree with you. But here's where I think Dame is messing up, because he's only trying to limit his place of destination to one team.
Right.
And that's going to backfire on him because, I mean, more than likely, they're probably going to send. Look, Porter's going to send you to a place where they're going to get the best and the top max return on investment for you.
Right.
So if that's Taiwan, well, damn it, your ass is going to Taiwan.
Taiwan, right?
And you about to go play with Dwight. If that's in OKC, so be it.
Yes, where you'll be.
And you'll be in that Oklahoma rolling around in that red clay.
For real.
If they want to send you to Vancouver, yeah, we know Vancouver ain't got a team right now, but damn it, you just gonna be there.
You're gonna be there until they get one.
Until they get a new one. We're gonna see you back to Seattle.
Right.
Get away from the franchise.
I'm waiting for the Super Sonics to start up.
Bro, you got no leverage.
None, man. None.
Zero.
And someone of your caliber, you should always put yourself in a position where you got leverage. Always.
You got none.
You got none.
And he's basing this off of the relationship and the loyalty that I've been showing you for the last 10, 11 years. And
that don't even see that. That's the issue I have, bro. That's the issue I have.
Thing, bro. This is business, dog.
It's like this, man. A lot of these guys, they grew up street life. Yes. Whether or not they was directly in the street or adjacent to it. They still had a civilian, but they still there's adjacent to it. Like, they know somebody, so they still kind of live by that code.
Hey, I'm a civilian adjacent.
Right. So you have people that still have that kind of mentality. Hey, man, I'm stay loyal. At the end, you're gonna take care, blah blah blah. And we can go down a whole diatribe about how people be disloyal. But in general, that's kind of the code of people live by. Mm-hmm. Now, you got to translate that. I mean, you got to transfer your mind to, I'm in a corporate environment in a business setting.
Yeah.
It is not like that. You can use some of those skills to help negotiate, but it's not those kind of politics there. The politics is about it's Janet Jackson politics. What have you done for me lately? You know what I'm saying? Right. It's those kind of politics. So it's when I don't need you, you know what I'm saying? I'm loyalty goes out the window. Oh, they preach that loyalty with you, you know what I'm saying, when they need you. Oh,
when it's good.
Loyal. Oh, we loyal to him. And but as soon as they say, oh, I don't need you no more. Oh man, he ain't hitting on shit. Just how it is, man. So, you know what I'm saying? This ought to be a cautionary tale for people up and coming, you know what I'm saying, in the league. Watch this and know, hey, I gotta get myself some leverage while I sign the contract.
Hey, you just gotta get your leverage, period.
Yeah, period.
I have no idea how the hell did Dame all of a sudden come out with him and his agent, and his agent is like, don't even bother trading for Dame if you're not Miami, because you're gonna get a disgruntled player, and you're gonna get this, you're gonna get hello. No, you gonna be a disgruntled motherfucker if you gonna get your ass on that plane and go put on that damn jersey like I told your ass to.
Right.
Trade it for you.
Right.
Because you took. Look, I'm all about players having a movement. I'm cool with it. I never look. Yeah, will I scrutinize it at times? Yes, but for the most part, I'm okay with players' freedom. Right. I am. But my thing is like, this is my day job. You can't, sit here and just try to force something that just won't make sense when you have no leverage.
Right.
Like
Miami is okay. It's a good spot for him, but there's other spots that'd be good for him too.
I mean, Miami does sound good.
I mean, don't get me wrong. It sounds good. It sounds great. You know what I'm saying? It's like my grandma used to say, "It's no monkey don't stop no show. We get a white one paid in black." You know what I'm saying? So
one monkey don't stop no show.
You figure out a way.
This train
get around
keep on rolling.
If you can find somebody that'll take you on a 1 year rental, you go that 1 year by way to Miami.
Matter of fact, let me look at Dame's contract while you're looking at this.
Well, MJ say, singing, not even. It's Nate on the sing Nate.
So here's the deal, real quick. Just throw this in there. Whatever team acquires Dame Lillard, they'll get a 33-year-old point guard, shooting guard, and they'll have to pay him $45.5 million, pretty much.
Okay.
All right. And then next year he has a player exercise option. So technically, he would be on a 1 year lease because he has a player option. But remember, he has a no trade clause. So wherever he ends up playing will probably end up being a 1 year deal unless he opts in to his player option and then it becomes a 2 year deal. Then he'll be a free agent again. So, I mean,
that's a big deal.
So I mean, it's you're not going to get Dame for an extended amount of time, and this is what scares me if I'm a general manager looking at trying to acquire Dame, and I'm not Miami. Is if I get him, more than likely he's going to opt out.
Right.
So I didn't gave up all the assets for a 33-year-old point guard, and he's only gave me 1 year. So that's a turnoff. That's going to make it hard to move you.
It's only looks good when looking at a team that is like close to the cusp of winning. Would you be Miami, possibly? Possibly Philly.
Don't say that. Don't do that. Don't do that.
But MJ and I talked about that Monday. But go ahead. What you about to say? Why you say don't say that?
I'm saying don't do that. Don't put Philly in that conversation.
Don't put Philly in that conversation?
No, I can't. I'm sorry. I like Joel Embiid, but damn it, he folds too much in pressure moments.
Okay.
It's whether his body is going to not hold up and he's going to be hurt, or his game folds. And the last 2 years he's folded, but this year in particular, because he won the MVP and you folded, I'm done.
So you done?
I'm done. I can't.
But I will say this though, and I'll say this as a counter argument. I don't disagree, but however, when he folded, he had nobody to pick up the slack. With Dame there, you got somebody that can pick up the slack when you fold. Then you have the other players around you that actually are pretty decent as role players.
Here's my counter.
Go ahead.
I don't know if I wouldn't even have Embiid as my number one scoring option if I got Dame. I can't.
That's fine.
Dame has shown he could be clutch.
Mm-hmm.
So there's no way in clutch moments I'm going to go to Embiid.
No,
no way.
That's fine though. That's cool. I mean, you couldn't go to Harden.
Oh no.
You know what I'm saying? So now you got Dame there. You know what I'm saying? It's a little different. So I think with Dame there, it's still a little different in Philly. I think Dame adds a little something to, certain teams that's in contending, close to being contending, close to winning. You know what I'm saying? I don't see no other team. If he was a younger Dame, I can see him going somewhere like Charlotte.
If he was 26, 27, I'd say the whole NBA.
I love him in Charlotte if he was younger.
Oh yeah.
I would love Bridges, LaMelo, and him down there, and you build around that. I think.
Hey, real quick, side conversation. How you feel about Bridges coming back after all the DV situation, the suspension? He comes back and And here he is. I mean,
Hey,
it
man,
wasn't big money, but he's back in the league.
here's my thing, man. Here's my thing. This just goes to show, like you and I always say, and I'm just gonna probably paraphrase it, but they find ways to overlook things when it's convenient for them. And I'm talking about sports and business in general.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? If they didn't really need him, or they had another option, they'd be like, oh no, we can't stand for that. They'd have pushed him on out. So they really
they did push him out. They let him get suspended, released.
I'm saying, but they wouldn't have brought him back.
Brought him back. No, you're right. You're right.
They would have brought him back at all. So I just think this is just another way that most of these sports leagues are hypocrites. You can't tell me on one hand you get rid of somebody and don't have them bring them back for the same thing,
mm-hmm.
and then the other hand you let the other guy, oh, we could suspend it for a minute, y'all forget about it, and we'll bring them back.
Mm-hmm.
And here's my thing too. On top of that, did y'all try to get him some help? Did y'all try to do something to make him not want to do it, to make him not do it again? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, where's the rehabilitation?
So what's gonna stop him from doing it again?
True.
Because my thing is just no deterrent. Okay, I'm spending for a minute. Y'all don't bring me back. What a deterrent at? So you're not helping. You're not helping these guys, and that's the issue.
Okay.
You preach all, you want to put the Black Lives Matters on the court, and you want to push these agendas about, we about helping people, we stand for the marginalized, and all this blah 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 rhetoric y'all push out there. But then when it comes, when the rubber meets the pavement, you don't do shit. And that's the issue. You're not helping the person. You get these players, and this I'm talking about all sports, get these DUIs.
Mm-hmm.
Do y'all make them go through programs? Make sure this don't happen again. Now, I'm not saying that you can rehabilitate everybody, but at least have those things in place for those who want the help.
Because you're going to deal with it at some point in time.
Yeah, you're going to deal with it again. And if you don't have those in place, especially with DD, DV, right? Yeah, well, anyway, especially with that, you know what I'm saying? It's like, bruh, that's an anger management issue.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? That's a self-control issue. Mm-hmm. Those things can be psychologically help if someone wants to help.
True.
You know what I'm saying? Whatever, because some of those things stems around trauma.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I'm saying still a psychological issue. So you need to deal with that. And it don't help that a lot of these are prima donnas for most of their life. When you good at sports, I remember like young cats when I was little and watching them grow up and become these big sports icons.
Mm-hmm.
Their whole time they was coddled, treated like celebrities. That's all they know.
Yeah.
So you mix in with any kind of trauma, any kind of anger issues, any kind of emotional issues with that, you just got, you just got a ticking time bomb. And I think we do our players injustice without getting them some help, without looking at, helping them instead of just using them as a commodity all the time.
And let's take a step further, man. Not only are you doing the players a huge disservice because you're not pinpointing the issue, or you're ignoring the issue,
right?
On why they're behaving a certain way,
mm-hmm.
and you're not getting them, like you said, you're not getting that rehabilitation period to actually see if they can actually change the behavior and then make that their new way of behaving. So you're doing them a disservice. But here's where you take it a step further.
Go ahead.
You're also not protecting the society, the public, their family, their friends, the people that interact with them in a normal day basis, or just the city they live in. I mean,
right.
And here's one thing that, and to really kind of put that into context, is you look at how the NFL for years knew about CTE.
Mm-hmm.
Did not a damn thing about it.
Right.
Was it about a year and a half ago down in Rock Hill, South Carolina? Former NFL player had some brain issues going on. It learned out to eventually turn out to be CTE. But you can't really confirm CTE until a person's dead. So that's the problem right there.
Right.
And I mean, you can see signs of it, but he goes out and unfortunately takes the lives of a whole family. And I'm talking about mom, dad, and kids before he takes his own self out. So it's like, if NFL was honest with themselves and took care of the situation years ago that they knew about in the 60s and the 70s,
right,
in the 80s, because of the rough sport that you play,
right,
and what it does to your head and the trauma, had they been honest and had programs in place, medical treatment, or just in general,
right,
a therapist, just to talk to,
somebody to talk to.
Or just in general, just to help these people acclimate to regular life,
right?
You know, because once the cameras is gone and you gotta, the cleats aren't getting laced up and the pads aren't getting put on no more. There's a huge transition for people that play professional football, and how do you acclimate back to being a civilian?
Right.
It's almost the same thing of when you go overseas fighting these wars as a Army, Air Force, Navy, and you come back home and you got to readjust to civilian life. It's almost the same exact thing.
Same thing with people who work all their lives in retirement don't know what to do it themselves.
Yeah.
You have to make that shift and that adjustment. But if you had nothing to kind of fortify you as you went along, you know what I'm saying? You just, look at Andrew Luck, man. He like a bum. I'm saying he just, don't even care about what, taking care of himself anymore.
Hey, he may look like a bum, but I bet you he's happy as hell.
He may be, he may not be. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes, your appearance tell a lot about, your mental. You know what I'm saying? If you don't even care enough to kind of I ain't saying you gotta have on, jewelry and all that stuff. And I ain't talking about all the bling and all. I ain't talking about that, because that probably even his personality.
Yeah, no.
I'm just talking about clean shaven, you know what I'm saying? Neat, pressed, whatever. He doesn't look like that. He just I slept in about 5 days.
He probably was in that cave with
Aaron Rodgers.
That Aaron Rodgers came out of, That's probably Andrew Luck's cave. Hey, Aaron, I own this. Whenever you want to come and get this Hawuska, man, just holler at me, baby. Just holler at me, dog.
And I don't know for sure that's what he's going through. I'm just using that as an example. He might.
I get what you're saying, though.
You know what I'm saying? So it's you got a lot of these players, man. They just don't. And I'm talking about starting from when they start into sports, Pop Warner and all that stuff. You know what I'm saying? Have some kind of foundation, and it speaks to they camp, they family, all that stuff around them. All that, you can't look at your kid as a retirement package. You have to look at your kid.
Ooh. Say that again for the people that got kids in sports right now, in high school level, middle school. Say it again.
You can't look at your kids as a retirement package.
Ooh.
Because you know what I'm saying?
Make sure
he carrying the weight of his family.
Make sure you clip that
one. He carrying the weight of his family on his back as a small youngster coming up, or she, because it ain't just some female sports too, of their family on their back, and ain't just their immediate family. Sometimes the cousin in them, uncle in them, and that's a lot of pressure.
That's what I'm afraid about when we blow up on I.O.W. Sports. I'm waiting on the NM. I'm waiting on them. Where NM coming from? Which direction? Who I need to look out for?
Remember me? Nah, nigga, I don't remember you.
I'm your third, fourth cousin removed.
Come on, cuz. I'm like, yeah, cuz, you nuts?
Oh, you in the NM conversation.
Yeah, that's what I'm gonna say.
Facts, though.
Yeah, man. I see, man. I just think that we just need to look out for these players, man. we as consumers love the product, but at the end of the day, you still have to look at them. They still are human beings.
Mm-hmm.
No, what's in their bank account don't make them less human.
No, I don't.
You know what I'm saying? They still are human beings going through things that like that we ordinary people go through too.
True.
And if you don't have the knowledge of where to get the help, money don't necessarily buy that knowledge.
No, I don't.
You know what I'm saying? And if you got people around you, and John Moran's a good example of that. You got people around you.
I was just thinking that. I just had him as you was talking.
That's feeding into your foolishness.
Yeah.
His own parents is feeding to his foolishness.
Oh, they are. Because hey, come on. Hey, Mel, you know good and damn well. I'm willing to bet $1,000,000 that I know I ain't got.
But I bet it anyway.
I bet it anyway that I know enough of your peoples and I know my peoples. Ain't no way in hell how big we ever get, even if we was 22 again, still doing this knucklehead shit that y'all was doing.
Right.
Boy, if you don't sit your ass down.
For real. For real.
Matter of fact, I already know your mom Dukes would have snatched you out that damn club right by the back of your neck. And they slapped the hell at you. And the strippers would have got slapped too. And the pistol would have been in her purse.
Right on the ass. No, yeah, you're right. You're right, though. You're right.
I already know for a fact. But my mother would have came in raising hell at me.
Right.
I already know that. So yeah. Hey man, I'm right there with you, man. And not to rehash the job topic, is sometimes, man, the people's around you can be a gift or a curse. Right now, they being a curse.
A curse.
Yeah.
And I mean, it's just unfortunate for any person who goes through this in the sports world. It makes big headlines, and we gonna talk about it because it's part of what we do. But it's that surface level that we don't get to is what about that person and how they got to that point. Even that meme that way they did the Eminem thing, you know what I'm saying? But how do you get from the private school job to want to be gangster job? How do you get to that?
True.
You know what I'm saying? And then I heard somebody say, "Oh, you like Lil Wayne was like, well, you don't know this man. He could be affiliated." I saying,
well, that ain't a good thing.
Either way it goes, still ain't good.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because how you still get from private school job to affiliated. So either way it go, it still doesn't make sense or a good thing.
No.
You know what I'm saying? My thing is recognize the signs, get on some help. Yeah. If the dad, mom ain't doing it, where the uncle at? Somebody put him aside, bro. This ain't a good thing, man. It's somebody he probably respecting that family. That if you say something to him, he'd be like, all right, he'll listen.
I hear you, Unc.
Right, I hear you. You know what I'm saying?
I hear
sometimes you planting the seed where somebody else may water it.
Ooh. Boys, hey man, y'all better stop playing with old philosophical Negro over here. Negro Damas.
Negro Damas.
This man over here. When you're about to win a Nobel Peace Prize, get on your damn sports show and shit.
Well, yeah, it's true though, man. It's true though.
You're right,
I hate to see it. I laugh and joke about a lot of things, but still, I hate to see that.
Yeah, I just had to ask you a question about Bridges getting back in the league. But hey, I mean, you see it in Major League Baseball. Marcel Ozuna had his situations. I can't remember homeboy's name he used to play for the Astros a couple of years back. He had his DV situation.
My man from the Dodgers, why can't I think his name?
What, Bauer? Oh no.
Bauer.
Only way he gets back in Major League Baseball because he just had another female come up and try to sue him for some other
I'm just talking about the incident itself happening.
The incident itself, yes. But he for him to come back to the Major League Baseball, he has to get this new one cleared out the way. And he has to be like literally unstoppable while he's over there in Japan, because he's over in Japan now. And he has to be pitching like a Cy Young before any Major League Baseball team considers bringing him back. But they'll bring him back because Major League Baseball has already shown that they've gotten, guys who they brought back in the league that have some type of situation that involves women in violence. MJ. So yeah, Domingo Germán, who just pitched a perfect game.
Right. Yeah. I saw that.
He's had his situations. There's another Yankee that just got suspended for the rest of the year.
I saw that.
Who knows if he's going to be able to come back in the league? But looking at the history of Major League Baseball, they'll probably allow it.
Probably.
NFL, Kareem Hunt's been able to come back. His maybe not been so egregious, but he got suspended 8 games. Greg Hardy had his instances.
He came back a couple of times.
Yeah. And I'll say this: had Ray Rice's video not came out, he would have got a second chance.
He got a second chance. Yeah.
I mean, it's stuff like this happens. Talent will overrule if you can bring and provide something for a team. More times than not, they'll be like, all right, yeah, we know. Yeah, we know. We know what he did.
Right.
They'll find a way to, hey, he's
they count on us to have short memory spans.
Not only that, he's rehabilitated. He served his time, his punishment, and he's a new man. He's been forgiven. Well, you better get your ass out there, play that damn baseball, don't get in no trouble, boy. That's what they really say. So I mean,
earn me my check.
Yeah. But I just thought that was not the obviously we like had the sidebars and probably went too deep into this one, but but just to bring it back to Dame, good luck getting traded.
Good luck,
good luck. Good luck with that. Right. Us as sports fans, this is one thing that we gotta get through our mental. All right. When you start seeing these sports entities talk about something and it comes up, more than likely it's going to happen. So we've been hearing about this playing season tournament. They've been talking about that for years, at least last 2, 3, 4 years. They were talking about that, implementing that as the same time as the play-in tournament. All right. And now they're saying they're going to have the in-season tournament, almost kind of like their Final Four. And not only that, they're waiting for Saturday to pretty much drop all the details about it. I'm not sure what direction is going to go with this whole play-in tournament. But for me, as a sports fan, when you start seeing these sports entities talk about something that they want to implement, more times than not, it's going to happen. So just get ready for it. Get prepared. NFL's been talking about, oh man, we're going to do all these Thursday night games. And oh no, don't do it. It's stupid. Now you can't get rid of it.
You can't get rid of it.
You know what I'm saying? NBA said, oh man, we're going to do the play-in tournament. Oh, how the hell would y'all do that? Now they can't get rid of it. I mean, Major League Baseball says, "Hey, we're gonna start following the trend and start coming up with different rules and alterations to the game to start getting more action, get more quicker games, get more fan base involved. The young, short attention span jokers get involved in our game. That's what they're really talking about.
Yeah.
And what do? Widen the bases." Can't shift, can't really throw over at first too many times on a pickoff move. So now you see base averages go up, you see base stealing going up, you see more action. The pitch clock was involved.
Right.
Game's moving. We gotta go. Come on, let's move it fast. And bro, I was shocked the other day when I was watching the baseball game. I'm like, damn, it's over.
That's it.
I didn't even get my nap in. I was like, well, damn. But before I can even get one eye shut, we already in the 5th inning. Like, damn. So it's like, you see these things happen, and they earn billions and billions of dollars. So anytime they start talking about we're going to experiment or think or probably apply this somewhere, you better get ready for it. It's coming. It's about to become a part of the game now. Because now,
speaking of that,
yeah, go ahead.
Okay, speaking of that, so they talking about implementing a new flop rule. And so I meant to get the video, but I was watching on one of the social media platforms, Summer League, and they got your first call for flopping. And my man wasn't really flopping. He did get hit in the chin, and the ref called a flop, and I said, "Oh, this gonna be an issue." So now you depending on them to determine whether or not somebody flopping or not. And sometimes, to the naked eye, it may look like a flop, but somebody really get hurt. I mean, you know what I'm saying? Unless you see blood, you can't really tell from the angle you at. And you might see a lot of flop calls getting called if somebody actually got hit, and that might cost the game. And one technical towards the end of the game, they go up by one. Well, it might alter the game. Let me say that. Because you get the technical shot. Now, so that alters the game. I say this is gonna be interesting to see how this works. How this works out. Cause I'm like, ooh, I don't know about this, bro. I mean, MJ and I talked about it Monday, and I was kind of, oh yeah, I got sick of the flopping.
Yeah, we all did.
You know what I'm saying? I got sick of it.
Shit, I still hate it.
Yeah, right. So now, after I seen that, I was like, oh, I had to sit back for a minute and say, I don't know now. Because now what you do when you get a bunch of reps, I mean, think about it. What happens with what's why magic trick work? It's sleight of hand.
Yeah.
It's the angle. Same thing. You look at it from a different angle, it may look like, he didn't get hit, and somebody might got hit in the chin or, poked in the eye. Especially get poked in your eye, you automatically kind of move back. Oh, he flopping. And really, if you look at it, I wish I had got the video. You look at it, he ain't fall on the ground and all that stuff. He just kind of like, backed up a little bit and grabbed his chin. He ain't fall all over. They called it a flop.
Yeah.
Like, ooh, that was a bad call. Even if he was faking, you know what I'm saying? For real, it didn't look like he didn't like he was over and above. He didn't look like sometimes like LeBron be doing. You know what I'm saying? You built like a tank, and you got your little guard running into, and you fall over about out of bounds, and you at the 3-point line.
Yeah,
you at the free throw line. You know what I'm saying? Come on, bro.
hey, remember in the playoffs that dude like he bumped LeBron? Yeah. Jokic bumped, and he ran all the way into the sideline.
Right, you know what I'm saying?
Beer on him.
Like, come on, bro. Right.
The fool, he hit you 10 feet over that way.
What you doing over here? I think they need to just the egregious stuff is what they need to do.
Yes.
Like little petty stuff, you gotta let that stuff ride because it's hard to determine, what it actually is.
Intent.
Yeah, intent. That egregious stuff, you say, okay, bro, you get a check for that. I think that's how it should be called. They need to revisit this.
Well, and that's what they were trying to do when they first addressed it a couple of years ago was to cut down on the actual egregious flops. Because to your point, I've seen players, try to take a charge and barely get hit, and they'll fly.
Yeah.
But because there is contact, they can sell it. And the thing is, when you're a ref and you're not in the mind of that player trying to get the call,
right?
You don't know their intent. You don't know if they're initially trying to flop for it. And guess what, AP? Hey, I do blame a lot of flopping on LeBron. But let's play devil's advocate for LeBron. And you won't hear me say this a lot for LeBron, but I will play devil's advocate for LeBron in this instance. When you're When you're 6'8", 6'9", 270, how much he weighs, built like a tank.
Right.
He's bigger than 95, if not 97% of the whole NBA league. He's bigger than them. And because of his size, and they're saying, "Oh, you're strong enough to take the contact." Same thing with Shaq. Remember all the fouling with Shaq? He was never. There was on some real shit. Shaq should have stayed on the free throw line his whole career.
Right.
Like literally, no joke. He was getting fouled, beat up, and
he should have stayed on for practice.
Well, that too. Besides the practice moment, I'm talking about the end game getting beat the hell up. Yeah, he should have stayed on the free throw line. And LeBron was going through a moment of that too, where he was getting, just hit, and they weren't calling it because you're saying, "Oh, you could withstand the contact because of your size." And to me, that's such a bad reason to not blow the whistle. What you mean? I'm built enough to take the punishment, so I'm not gonna call the whistle. No, a foul is a foul.
Right. You gotta call the
whistle. You gotta call it. And that's like I said, it'll be the only devil's advocate you ever hear me say from LeBron.
You can't not call it because of my genetics.
Oh yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That's how I'm built.
You got to call it by the letter of the law. Did he make contact with this player? Yes or no? Yes.
That'd be a foul.
That's a foul.
That's it.
And that's what I said. That's the only time I will play devil's advocate for LeBron is because he was like, well, shit, if they're not gonna give me the calls when I'm getting beat the hell up, I might as well act a damn flop.
That's why I moved to LA.
Oh yeah, gotta get that. Well, he was flopping way before that.
Get my acting career better. He's working.
Well, he still got to work on his acting, but he been flopping way before he got to LA. So that ain't nothing new.
That Space Jam 2 was garbage, but moving on.
But come on, AP. That's playing street basketball is not NBA basketball. Those are way two different things. And that's one thing that we
only time you call foul in street ball is when you don't make the shot.
No blood, no foul, bro.
Right.
No blood, no foul.
You ain't made the shot, man. It's foul. Ball out.
When you air ball, no man, hit me elbow.
Right here, bro. Right here. Ball out, bro. Ball out. Man, shoot the dash.
And so it's like I get what you're saying, AP, but us as fans, what we play and what we watch are two totally different things.
I agree.
And they will forever be different. As much as I love Rayford Alston and the And1 crew, Skip to Malou, he was probably the one of the only And1 guys that was able to transition to the NBA.
Right.
But he struggled. He struggled in the beginning. Because Skip to Malou had to turn back to Rayford Alston once he got to the NBA.
Right.
And that was a big change in the way that basketball was played for what he was doing that got him famous.
Right.
Actually being in the league. And he stuck around the NBA for a minute. He did. So props to Rayford Alston on that. But it was scary up front when he first got there. It was like I remember there was one traveling violation and the announcers were like, "Yeah, Rayford, you can't do that here."
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
You have to dribble between running.
You can't do that here.
You can't do that here, sir.
This is not a mixtape, So it's two different games, obviously two different styles of rules and how it's going to be governed.
Right.
And it's just, I get what you're saying though, AP. I hear you, but that goes to the bigger conversation of when you see sports transition through the times and through the years. And the reason why it transitions is because we all know why. Look at the bottom dollar. If it's in the green, they're going to keep pushing it that way.
I agree.
They're not going to change it until they start getting to the black. And they're like, oh, we ain't looking so greenish. What's going on?
Right.
Don't get in the red, then all hell's breaking loose.
For real.
You know what I'm saying?
For real. They changed everything up.
Everything getting changed up.
Like ESPN did. They got in that red. You gotta go. You gotta go. You gotta go,
bro. Sidebar, yo, bro. That whole ESPN damn just firing squad situation is nuts to me.
Oh, so not since we own that. I just found out that ESPN acquired Pat McAfee.
Oh, you just bro? They gave him a big bag.
So like when I was talking about it initially on Monday, I was like, Pat McAfee has something to do with the firing because of what he's done on, built his brand online and stuff. Now I'm looking at it. Oh shoot, that's why they fired. They're trying, so they got Pat McAfee. Yeah, they require him as a product. He's not an employee. What up, Kofi?
Shout out Kofi Leeson.
There's a difference, bro. That's a big difference.
And
they acquired his brand.
Yes, they did.
You know what I'm saying? So he's not an employee.
He's a contracted, entity.
Yeah, they've been old. Yeah,
they've been
ABC.
Yeah,
gave him 85 mil. Damn.
Over, I think it's like a 5-year deal or some shit like that.
Yeah, and I ain't gonna. I know a lot of people say, "Well, I would have took that. He'll sell out." Man, you don't know what you're gonna do when that money be presented to you like that. He just had a kid and stuff like that.
Hey man, if ESPN, as much shit I talk about ESPN and FS1, if they come to me right now and say, "Well, Carmine, man, we gonna give you this," and my rebuttal is, "Well, I gotta take my peoples with me and put them on the same pay rate as me." If they can't do that, I don't know if I could take the deal if I couldn't bring my peoples with me.
I'm not tell you, take the deal.
613. If they can't roll with us,
I will not tell you never take the deal. I say you take the deal, and we'll find a way to work us in later. You know what I'm saying? It's better to have you in there making the money.
Pretty much open the door.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
I hear you.
You making that money, you can help fund what we doing as we build this platform, or if a door opens.
Wait, hold on. Go back again. What you say?
You help fund what we doing.
Wait, hold on. What you say again?
They don't act like you. Sick, I ain't got the money acting like a nigga with the money. Hold on, wait a minute. Who are you again?
I'm just making sure that we on the same page.
Who are you again?
Who you again?
All right, what's your name?
D-Twa? Neil? I don't know him.
I don't remember you. Be gone. Bitch, more water.
Somebody get him out of here. Bro, but no, you're right though. I mean, because obviously for those who watch our product, we feel that we can provide the same type of content that Pat McAfee can give ESPN and all that. Mm-hmm. We just ain't had the shot to make 85 million.
Some of the stuff we got cut back what we say though.
Like who?
Like you.
Wait a minute.
Like you and Nick. Sometimes I gotta keep y'all,
Oh wow.
Come on, y'all. Let's bring you back in.
Oh,
y'all be out there.
All right, so I want everybody to go back at the beginning of this show, and y'all come back and fast forward, and y'all tell me who needs to monitor what the hell they say.
Y'all ain't about to cause us the bad. Calm down.
But no, like all jokes aside, it's like. I can't stand AP, bro.
BET had a dark.
I can't stand people like AP, bro. Not an APR dog, but like it's in all seriousness is we feel that we can provide entertainment and sports conversation just as good, if not better, than what y'all see on y'all major sports network.
Hey man, I don't care if BET gonna pay us.
Hey,
I come on right after tip drill. in between tip
part
drill.
of I.O.W. Shut up, MJ. Don't say nothing silly like that.
Shoot, I mean, that kind of money, I have my own tip drill in the studio while giving sports.
Hey, I just see this.
LeBron did something. Hold on a second. Come on over here. I had a mic right here, ass right here. Like, yeah, so and
yeah, you gonna get picked out, bro. Yep.
Hey, I had a fun run.
But no, it's I do hear what you're saying. Like, you know, if it all comes down to it, go get the and then get us pull everybody else up.
Yeah,
if need be.
It need be. That's how it works, man. You don't turn down the bag, man.
Yeah,
you know what I'm
need
saying?
be. Yeah.
Yeah, I will let you turn. I mean, take that. You know what I'm saying? Because it just is better off that. That's why I'm an advocate. I would love to stay online and make money. You know what I'm saying? I like the freedom, the independence of it.
Yeah.
So, but you know, if it comes down to it, why when you take the money, you can do so much better for others with the money. All those other people, like you mentioned, Mel and Jay and all them, we can pull them up.
Yeah.
Even if we just say, hey, you know what we'll do? Let's see about getting on Sirius FM and put us all on that. Because we got the money to support it until it start building. So, I mean, anywhere it goes, you can find a way to make money.
Yeah.
Money makes money.
Yeah. Nah, it do. Hey, peace.
It's called Black Entertainment TV Adjacent.
Hey, you know what's crazy? Tyler Perry pretty much owns BT. I went, ooh, he can't go back and look at I.O.W. podcast or what all the shit we just said about his ass. Dog.
Oh yeah, we in trouble. Like, oh yeah, we have to cancel the contract.
Hey, no, I'm texting you right now. Hey man, delete that whole page, dog. Just delete it. We'll recoup it later, dog. Just delete it.
Say, you think Boondocks did them bad? Wait till you see our show.
Hey, bro, deactivate that bitch right now.
For real.
So, but nah, man. Yeah, that whole ESPN firing thing is wild.
Yeah.
I mean, you're talking about people that you know, Jeff Van Gundy, NBA gone.
Mm-hmm.
The whole Max Kellerman, Keyshawn, and Jay Will.
Jay Will still there, bro. He was on with what's the name of the day?
I'm saying his contract's expiring, and they already said they probably won't renew it.
I was saying he was on with what's my man name? Not Freddie. Yeah, Freddie Coleman.
Yeah, Freddie Coleman.
Freddie Coleman was on. Yeah.
Yeah, but don't expect Jay Will to be there in 2 months longer. Don't. I mean, you're talking about people. Tyler Perry gives second chances. Oh, okay.
Okay.
Well, we might need a third, fourth, and fifth. Shit. His name came up frequently on I.O.W.
Right. How much he putting out.
So, hey,
that's
man.
why I couldn't be in Hollywood. I'd be like, man, fuck these niggas.
But that's why I'm with you. I love the independence on what we do, and we don't, you know, for the most part, we don't answer to nobody but YouTube, depending on how bad they want to.
That Neil Everett kind of
Neil Everett. Yeah,
Neil Everett surprised me. He's been on ESPN forever.
Yeah, but they all.
I mean, Susie Colbert has too, but I mean, she seemed like she was exceptional. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, she's all right. You know,
but Neil Everett.
Yeah,
that's a whole different thing, man. Like I like what's the old girl that be doing the
Linda Cohn?
I like her.
Linda Cohn?
Yeah, I like her.
Yeah.
I do like her, but
she's been a while.
Colbert, I can take and leave. I mean, I ain't saying I dislike her, but I can take her or leave her. You know what I'm saying?
What you're saying.
Yeah. So I mean, they got like put it this way, they just say they ain't fire all that. They say we fired Susie Colbert. I'm like, okay.
Yeah, but I mean, she just becomes synonymous with being part of the Monday Night Crew.
Yeah.
Both got the axe, you know.
How come they didn't get rid of Michelle Tafoya? Some of the garbage she be saying. I can't get rid of Malika Andrews. Some of the bull she be saying. Molly, yeah. I mean, I can go down a list of some chicks that Kendrick Perkins. That's a he's a walking dummy. You know what I'm saying?
JJ Redick, they just kept a whole bunch.
Yeah, I was like, it's so many people that could got rid of. Besides, like Todd McShay was a name I was surprised to see.
Yo,
I think I got rid of McShay, bro.
Him and Hyper do for the draft.
Yeah.
Wait, did they get rid of Louis Riddick?
They did? Or was that JJ
Reddick? Oh no,
Redick?
you're talking about JJ Redick. Oh,
JJ Redick.
Yeah. Kept him. I was about to say if they got rid of Louis Riddick, that's real wild because like
they got rid of David Pollock.
Jalen Rose is gone.
Ian Fitzsimmons. This is his show. A couple other ESPN radio people they got rid of. I'm like, whoa. But I mean, those didn't surprise as much as like Van Gundy. Who else I say? Neil Everett. You know, some of them people I was like, dang, they like pillars, you know what I'm saying? Pillars of ESPN.
Yeah, they pillars.
Right.
Let's talk a little baseball real quick.
We gotta talk about Mike Trout.
Well, that's what I was going to.
Oh, well, let me shut up. Go ahead.
Hey, bro. Hey, so here's two things about this Mike Trout injury that I want to speak upon, and then we'll open the conversation up.
All right.
One, here we go again, another injury. All right. That's an obvious point. So there you go. And then two, it's not necessarily Mike Trout, but I'm also looking at Shohei Ohtani. How can he be more electrifying than he already is to hold down the fort for 4 to 8 weeks while Mike Trout is out? Say what you want, whether you like Ohtani or not. You know, I got my quarrels about Ohtani. I won't discredit his abilities.
Right.
You know, as in him pitching, because he's getting innings pitched. They're up there with the top innings pitchers in the league. I'm not going to knock on his hitting because he's getting, same amount of bats as the top hitters are in the bat, and he's performing. He's leading the league in home runs. At least at some point he was. I know he's been going back and forth with another player in most home runs in the major leagues, but end of the day, I'm still looking at the fact that now that Mike Trout is out, and how good can Ohtani be? Because he's playing damn good baseball right now. But for me, he has to tap into that Aaron Judge shit that Aaron Judge did last year. When all the people around him that he was counting on Stanton, he was counting on Rizzo, he was counting on LeMahieu and other players. And amongst that season, all those players got injured at some point in time. And he had to ball out.
Yeah.
Judge had to ball out. He had to. It led to MVP. Okay. Ohtani, this is your chance.
So I'm logging out. Can't hear your opinion.
You know what I'm saying? Like this is your chance.
Right.
Like for me, this is Ohtani's chance to go ahead and you got to tap into Aaron Judge, what he did last year, and put the team on your back. And I know you're playing good baseball, Ohtani, but now you got to play MVP, not missing the playoffs, lights out type of baseball.
Because good luck.
Hey man.
Good luck.
Hey man, jump in here and just kind of give me your opinions because I.
So when I first saw it, man, I was like, "What does it do to Mike Trout's legacy?"
Oh, I didn't even thought about
since
that.
2019. He's been suffering injury. He had a foot injury, then a calf injury, then a foot injury in 2019. 2020, he had a hand injury. 22, he had a left groin tightness and a back injury and another back injury. Then a foot injury in 22. Then now you got this hand injury. And then it's like you can argue that the Angels have two of the best players in baseball, in Trout and Ohtani. You know what I'm saying? they you can say they top 2, top 3, top 5, whatever your opinion is on that.
They definitely top 5.
I'm just saying, whatever your opinion is. You know what I'm saying?
To be safe, top 10.
Say top 10. All right. So that should kind of put everybody's opinion in that little bag right there. It should at least be somewhere in the top 10. So you got arguably 2 of the best players in baseball. And you still can't seem to make the playoffs. My thing is this with the Angels organization. Now, I'm starting to look at the organization over the players. What's wrong with this organization that since 2015 you ain't been in the playoffs? Since 2015, they had most of the people who they was rivals with, you know, the Dodgers, and go on down on that line. All of them have better winning records than the Angels, and all made the playoff at least once since 2015. They went out, I think, in 2021 draft because one of the problems was like, oh, we don't have pitching, and drafted all pitchers. And still didn't develop. So they have developing pitchers. They brought in big name pitchers. They didn't show up. They had one, I think last year they started off hot. They lost 14 straight. They lost a series to I want to say it was the Dodgers, then a series to the Phillies, which would catapult the Phillies into the playoffs.
Fizzled out.
You know what I'm saying? They keep fizzling out over and over again. It's like, is it the players? Because, you know, we say, okay, like now, you look at it now, okay, we say pitching, relying too much on the home run and things of that nature, right? But there's one year when they went and got all pitching and brought in big names pitching and couldn't develop them.
True.
So to me, that's an organizational thing now. It's like, okay, what's going on with the Angels organization? Because you can say, okay, Mike Trout stay healthy, Shohei Ohtani stay healthy. They're still going to not make a long run because the pitching they got now is not deep. Then when they did have pitching, they didn't develop them. So now I'm like, that to me is bigger than Trout. It's bigger than Shohei Ohtani. It's more of this organization needs to be revamped, whether it be GM or just get a new owner.
Bro, you remember at the beginning of the season, the owner was trying to sell it.
Yeah.
Couldn't sell it.
So that speaks a lot right there. Why you couldn't sell that team?
To help answer that question, I'm looking at the market that the Angels are sitting in.
Right.
First of all, you're sitting in Anaheim. You're too close to LA. So that makes it hard to even get a sniff of that Dodger market that is literally sitting 45 minutes down the road from you. And you can't go too far up north. The Giants,
4 hours. I think San Fran 4 hours away.
Yeah, San Francisco Giants. That market got that unlocked. So you're sandwiched in between two big markets of Dodgers and Giants. You're sandwiched right in between them. How do you even get a piece of that market? Because your teams don't compare to. Yes, you got the players. I mean, come on, you got Ohtani and Trout. You got the players. You should be able to get that market, but the team success just doesn't translate. You've been to one World Series. Was that 0-2?
Something like that. I think so. Yeah.
Other than that, you ain't got too much going on.
Winning wins the market.
Well, that's what
if you have a winning franchise, a winning team.
Dodgers just won a World Series. What, the COVID year, 2020? And they've been in the World Series more than once. They've been in that position to at least get another championship more than once.
San Francisco just recently won.
They won at least like 3 or 4 in the mid 2010s or something like that.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah, because I know they won 2014 and something like that. And so they've won within the last 15 years. So it's hard to sit there and try to beat out a market with two teams that are in the race of winning championships. It's hard to get into that market right there. I personally think I know that Oakland team is about to go to Vegas, but if I'm the Anaheim owner and I can't sell it, the reason why he couldn't sell that team is because you're in a piss poor market. There's no way nobody's going to take billions of dollars and put it into that team and you can't win that market. You got to get out that market.
But where you gonna go? You talking about leave California altogether? Where you gonna go? You can't go to Oakland because you're right across the bridge in San Francisco.
I don't think you go to Oakland.
Okay, you can't go down south. We got the Padres down there.
I think you actually get out of Cali. I think you get out of California. And you need to get
Nashville.
Ooh, Nashville's a buzzing city.
So coming city is buzzing.
Nashville is a buzzing city right now. It's almost like the it's Chicago of the South. A lot of people are going to Nashville.
Yeah. Or and here's one to throw out there. Don't have a professional team. Albuquerque.
New Mexico. Why not?
Go to Albuquerque. I mean, you have free. You have, if anything, the people there will draw to you, will be adhered to those fans, adored by those fans because they looking for something professional. One of the things, because I was thinking about moving there at one time, so I'll do research. And one of the things I always say, well, we don't have a professional team. We have a professional team. So they want it. So you get a professional team there. You know what I'm saying? You will start getting the fans to come. Then you got the state of New Mexico that'll start loving you. And then you may start getting fans outside of New Mexico that's close to you that say, you know what? Like you might get Arizona fans because they're like, I actually don't like the Diamondbacks like that.
Sure.
Maybe to pull some, you know what I'm saying? You may be able to pull some people.
No, you're right. You're right.
You know, you
may
not
pull the Diamondbacks are actually doing quite well, but yeah. Overall,
you know
yeah. I get what you're saying.
Yeah. So I mean, that's one way. Like I said, Nashville. So I mean, yeah, you can move, but I think I don't think it's the market. I mean, I hear what you're saying. I don't think it's the market because here's the thing: New York has the Mets and they have the Yankees. Yeah, they don't have 5 teams like California does. I know that. I understand that.
Yeah, but the market in New York is big enough to do that.
I understand what you're saying, but the market in California is big enough to do it. California is 1/5 of our economy, man. You're not big. California.
I get what you're saying, but
California is huge, bro.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is, you can
get the people that's west of Anaheim and halfway between San Jose and San Francisco. You can get those people because not everybody is gonna be lover of San Francisco Giants. You know, so you can have some of that Bay Area you get Sacramento. You know, if you become a winning team, Sacramento have a baseball team. You know, so you can get people from Sacramento, you can get people from San Jose. All they got is hockey. So you can get those people if you start winning. You got the faces there. You got Trout there. You got Ohtani there. You had what's my man that got injured?
Rendon.
Yeah, right on. You know what I'm saying? So you had names.
That's a mister. Oh, you call me a bitch?
Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, y'all fans better not be calling him a bitch. I can feel you know, just snatch you up, dog.
So my thing is, if you win, that cures everything. So I still go back. It's the way his organization is not developing their talent, and people see that, and they turned off by that. Think about the Dodgers. The Dodgers had some down years, right? But the Dodgers, you saw the Dodgers as an organization. First of all, they already had that
mystique,
that prestige of being the Dodgers. San Francisco didn't have as much as the Dodgers did, but they started winning, and now people are like, you know what? I kind of like the Giants.
Yeah.
Oakland at one time, you know what I'm saying? They was always San Francisco baby's cousins, but when they had Canseco, Ricky Henderson, and all that, you know, people start being Oakland A's fans outside of California. So if Oakland can do it, the Angels can do it too. The Angels got to start. It's the organization. That's why I go back to it's the organization that's ruining this team. And they got the organization needs to do something now. Moving may cure that if they move with a different owner and start actually going somewhere like Nashville that'll put time into watching the team. I think Nashville will be a great place because they started to be a bustling city. They got a lot of things going for it. They got the Titans there. They got the Predators there. So they got the Grizzlies there. I mean, it's in Memphis, but still there. Still in proximity of them.
Yeah,
it's in proximity of them. So you have a sports atmosphere there.
Yeah.
So you don't have to start from scratch like you do in Albuquerque, where that's the only sports.
Yeah, the way the Grizzlies going, boy, it looks like they might need to get up interest too. They need to go to Nashville,
right? For real. but you know what I'm saying. So I think that I'm not totally against your take, but I think it's more of the franchise and the ownership.
Yeah.
So I think it might need to change ownership and someone that's going to actually have someone, or maybe just that. I mean, they had Joe Madden, man. Joe Madden just was fresh off a dang on World Series.
Yeah, but my problem with Joe Madden is, and I know they give him a lot of love. He did wonders in Tampa Bay. Got him to
he did wonders with Chicago for. I mean, they didn't win, but he still did wonders there. He still had them winning.
Well, he broke the curse, and so a lot of Cubs fans are gonna forever be indebted to Madden because he helped break the curse. But I mean, you take that out, he's had flashes of having great teams and just didn't get it done. So I mean, I'm not knocking him for it, but Madden, just wasn't when you tried that in Anaheim and it just didn't translate, it didn't go over. Honestly, I think they should have hired Bruce Bochy. And the reason why I say this is because you see what Bruce Bochy did with the Padres early 2000s, late 90s.
Right.
Got them to a World Series appearance and probably had no business being there, but they did. Had some little bit of success. He takes the Giants and turns them into a multiple championship winning team.
Right.
You see what he's doing with Texas right now. I mean, they're top 3 best teams in the league right now.
Right.
They're playing lights out baseball.
Right.
I thought he probably would have better fit. So that kind of goes back to your organization build, as in making sure you got the right people in places, running your team, from managers to general managers to owners. So that plays into it. Probably the Angels haven't had the greatest of managerial selections, not dissing on Madden, but the fact of the matter is that, after his falling out with the Cubs after winning the championship, I thought they hired him off a name basis, not of what he was doing for the Major League Baseball situation at that point in time.
Right.
Mike Scioscia, they gave him a long leeway because he won that championship in 2002. He overstayed his welcome. He overstayed his welcome in Anaheim. So it goes back to what you're saying when the organizational makeup of how that team is being ran and just organized. It's organized chaos.
Yeah, right.
And I think the people that really suffering from being there the most is Ohtani and Trout, because miss playoffs. But these two are racking in MVPs. Why are we racking in MVPs and y'all missing playoffs?
Yeah.
Right now y'all third in y'all division.
But here's another statistic to look at too. This is last year's statistic because I didn't get a chance to look at this one, but they was 12th in runs and 13th in hitting. With those two over, they still wasn't high up the chain in runs and in hitting. They had a lot of strikeouts because it was home run or bust. Nobody to play small ball. No one to keep the ball in play. No one's really hitting the ball in play. You'll swing for the fences or nothing. So you still have to have a balanced team, because no matter how great a home run hitter you are, you go through slumps. So you need people that can come in, put the ball in play, so you can win those 1-0 games, 2-1 games, things of that nature. That they had played a game. I forgot who it was. I want to say it was Toronto. They played a game with the Blue Jays. I can't remember if it was this year or last year, but they went back and forth, and Blue Jays ended up winning the game. I think like 10 to 11, because they was swinging for the fences, but pitching couldn't keep them in it. And so when you had games like that, that goes back to your balance. You had good pitching help you win those games, or when you had games where no one is hitting that can put the ball in play, you can win those tight games. They don't have that. They just got Trout and Ohtani swinging for the fences. As great as they are, you know what I'm saying, they still got high strikeout rates. And if Ohtani's your only pitcher, your only good pitcher, you know what I'm saying, that ain't enough. And Trout not staying healthy, that's not gonna help.
Bro, that's a lot of weight and responsibility to put on two people.
It is.
Because technically you're asking two people to do three jobs. Because obviously Ohtani playing both the pitching and the hitting. You're asking him to do two jobs, and you're asking Trout. Well, technically four jobs, because Trout is still a great defensive outfielder. So you're asking him to man down center field and be a contributor at the plate. So you're asking two guys to do four jobs. So I mean, it's that's a lot of weight. It's a lot of pressure. I'm actually glad we had this conversation. I guess I never really looked at it that way, because I'm just looking at like, damn. Because obviously, playing baseball, we understand that baseball is it's a team sport, but it's still based off a collection of individual success that you must have to equal the team success.
Right.
So, no matter how much Trout, no matter how much Ohtani do for their individual success, if everybody else ain't doing a damn thing, that's what we keep getting.
A good example of that too is if you pitching well as a pitcher, and so you making the batter, put the ball where it's going in the infield, but then you make an error.
Pitching for contact.
The pitcher did his job, but the infield didn't do their job to help the pitcher out. Yeah. Or he hits the ball into the outfield and you drop the ball. That's on the other player. So the pitcher can do his job, putting the ball where it needs to be to make you either hit it out, where it's gonna be a pop up, or hit a grounder. That's still part of the pitch. It's pitch still. It's not all about, because a lot of people who don't play baseball look at balls and strikes. So he make you miss it. The pitcher is the ball, but sometimes, he throw a certain way to make you hit a pop up. Throw a certain way to make you hit the ball on a grounder. Then it's up to the other players to play defense to help the pitcher out. You know what I'm saying? And now you go back and look at that last year, it was a lot of times where the ball plays could be made on the ball. Either they threw the ball over the first baseman head, or they threw the ball to the first baseman. He drops the ball. They was dropping fly balls. It was just like a lot of mental errors. Now that speaks to coaching right there too.
Yeah.
So it was a lot of little small things that just wasn't coming together for this for this team that hasn't been coming together since 2015.
Shit.
You know what I'm saying?
That's a lot. We're talking about almost 10 years of just underachieving, bro.
Right.
Like, this shit is damn it. No, this analogy just popped in my head. Like, you're looking at the Anaheim Angels almost like the Cowboys of the Major League Baseball world.
I was gonna say the Mets of the West, but yeah.
To keep it in context,
same thing. Mets of the West.
Yeah, that makes sense too. But and the reason why I say the Cowboys is because you do see talent on the Cowboys team.
Yeah.
If you take away and you separate the personal feelings of their fan base, because obviously we all feel how we do about their fan base, how delusional they are. Take that out. You look at the makeup of the team. It's a good team. It's a damn good team. But they underachieve year in and year out because of certain situations and certain circumstances. I'm gonna look at it. Some of it, the coaching and the management. You got an overbearing manager and owner. Who's very involved. Sometimes you need to learn how to take a back seat.
Too much involved.
Yeah, too much involved. So you need to learn how to take a back seat.
Right.
You got a coach that's going to put you in some bad situations for decisions.
So Mike, it's 4th and 10. What you gonna do? Give the ball to Zeke.
No, I haven't played center.
Right. They'll never expect that. Run a draw play to Zeke. They won't be expecting that.
but the season's on the line. They'll never expect.
They'll never expect it. Trust me, I'm smart.
3-yard loss. Season over. So
and McCarthy be like, next year?
How about the Cowboys?
Hold on a second. Call a cramp.
So but no, it be like that, man. It's like when you get situations like that where underachieving teams, initial reaction is to point and look at the players. Point and look at, well, what are they not doing? So no, I think Detroit Mail brings up some great points making sure that you look at it past beyond just underachieving from the player standpoint, but look at how they're what is the manager doing? Coach, what's going on with that situation? What's going on with just the overall general organization of the team factor? Are they doing they're just doing to building a complete team around your superstars? Like, okay, it's dope to have Ohtani as a pitcher and a hitter, but most teams, for the most part, run a 5-man pitching rotation, sometimes 6. What are your other pitchers looking like? If you got a whole bunch of AAA starters in the major league, you're going to get AAA results. You know what I'm saying? If Mike Trout and Ohtani the only ones that are worth the damn hitting the baseball on the offensive side, then hell, how are they supposed to produce runs if nobody gets on first and second base as your first and second hitters in that lineup? So all that stuff matters. All of it matters. But hey, man, we're gonna shut it down. Mel, his old ass caught a cramp. Y'all tap in with the homie Detroit Mel. No Name podcast for you Detroit Lions fans. You see all the social media stuff on the bottom. I.O.W Sports Network, Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, I.O.W Sports 1 on Twitter. So, make sure y'all tap in with us. You all right over there, old man?
Yes. Man, let me tell you something. You get a cramp in your abdomen, that ain't no joke.
Oh, bro. Oh, bro. Oh, my gosh. You ain't got to say a word, bro.
And I had to pee, so both of them.
Nah, that's hard to shake. That abdomen cramp, bro. That one's a killer, dog. But nah, man, y'all know where to catch us. I.O.W Sports Network, Facebook, Instagram, and like I said, the YouTube, all the content is at. Tap in with us Monday through Thursday on the Late Night Owl Show with me and Jersey Boy MJ. Of course, Monday and Thursday, we got the day shows, 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And, No Name Podcast, Wild Card Chief. Look out for that. Hey, don't forget, we still got some I Often Wonder content too. Got Sibling Rivalry dropping.
Right.
Now, and every now and then you'll see I Often Wonder pop up, maybe with an artist spotlight or something like that. You never know. Tap in with us any and everywhere.
Right.
Hey, you know what it is. Catch us Monday, episode 259. Wildcard Martin, Detroit Mail. We out. Peace.